And let's try this again. Sorry about the last stream I just fired up not working. This software I use is buggy AF, and it was giving me a hassle. I couldn't change anything once the stream had started, so I thought I would just get out of it rather than be stuck with a stream that wasn't going to be up to standard. Alright, so we are back. Hello everyone, Slot Ranger and Bevy, YHZ, Bianca, Cameron, Tom Keith, Jaywong, RC Trainwreck, Police, and Jeanette, and everyone else who dropped in. And I saw a bunch of people drop in the stream last time too. Let me just get my gimbal ready. Action VJ loves the intro. There was no intro on this this new stream. Sorry about that. It is raining a bit, and truth be told, I was not going to come stream tonight. My plan tonight was to order a pizza, crack a few beers, and watch some Bellator MMA, which is broadcasting on YouTube. I'm still going to go home and do that. But I thought, let's get out and do a stream while I'm still able to do it without the threat of a $700 ticket. So we are in front of the Summerhill LCBO station. And it is Friday, April 16th, 7:28 p.m., 6 degrees Celsius. It is raining ever so lightly. And if you're wondering what the deal is with the title, when I wrote the End of Freedom, well, as of 12:01 a.m. tonight, you will not be able to play golf in the city of Toronto. You won't be able to, or the province of Ontario, you won't be able to have outdoor meetings with anyone not in your household. They used to say you're able to meet in groups up to 5 distance outdoors. Stores are no longer able to sell anything, period, unless it's essential goods. Curbside pickup is no longer allowed. So they're doing their best to trample every small business owner, particularly those in Toronto and Peel, where they pay much higher rents than the rest of the province, yet I believe they get the same very poor support. And the good news is Amazon warehouse will be open. Dougie's friends will all be able to go to work. And the police now are able to stop you and ask you what you're doing and where you live, and then arbitrarily determine if they're not satisfied with your response, you'll get a $700 fine. So hopefully the Toronto police can clarify how they're going to proceed on that, because they've been pretty good about that so far, at least in my first-hand anecdotal experience of just walking around. But needless to say, rights and freedoms are about to get trampled all over the place in the province. And I don't think that's just my opinion. This is not a radical take. And I know this isn't a political channel, but I just wanted to put that towards the beginning of the stream in case you see the title and go, what's up with this? I really wish it was a sensational clickbait title, but sadly, it is not. It is the reality here in the city. So on that note, I hope you're all having a good Friday evening. It is raining lightly. I have my umbrella in my backpack, and I am wearing right here. And be rest assured, I will be going out and making videos. So I don't know. They didn't give us a radius in terms of how far from home we can stray. So I don't know how the police are supposed to enforce that. but yeah, the reaction online, usually from a lot of people that are generally pro-lockdown and in favor of controls, there's a lot of people who are quite livid over this, and rightfully so. So Yeah, sorry for the political theme to the start of the stream. Now let's just get on with it and start hanging out. If you disagree with me, we'll just agree to disagree. We're all entitled to our opinions. So the plan for this one is to head north up to St. Clair Avenue West. Then I think I'll walk over to Avenue Road, then I'll head north up to maybe Eglinton, and then back to Yonge and Eglinton, and that'll be that. There's a look in the liquor store. Janet, I agree. I don't think the police want to be in the position to have to arbitrarily stop random people walking down the street and ask them what they're doing. Tom Keith, $6.99 to go towards paying that $750 fine if necessary. Tom Keith, thank you. Let's hope it does not come to that. Lil H777 Roblox requests walking King Station to Dundas West Station with the super chat. Thank you, Jali. King Station to Dundas West Station. That's a heck of a walk, but I'll see if I can pull that off at some point. Was there a particular route you had in mind? Yeah, I'm just gonna walk home. That's the theme of the stream. I jumped on the subway and I came down to Davisville Station. So we're gonna go north up to St. Clair, then to Avenue, then to Eglinton. Then I will watch some Bellator fighting tonight. Then tomorrow night we have a fellow YouTuber, not really a fellow, but another YouTuber is fighting Ben Askren in a boxing match. So at least we got some things to do while we're treated like little children that aren't even allowed to go outside. What's particularly disgusting is daycares are open, but outdoor playgrounds are closed. Yet they're not prioritizing vaccinating daycare workers. I don't know what the hell that is all about. Jalil H77 with another $2. Thank you for the $4 in total. Marg H, $10 for the just in case fine. Oh, Marg H, thank you very much for the $10. I try to have kind of a chill hangout vibe on these streams, but I was in a chat group on WhatsApp with some friends and people weren't too happy, and I guess that kind of spilled over into how I started the stream. How's the weather like? It's 6 degrees and lightly rainy. I do not have the umbrella out tonight, so maybe we'll be sacrificing a gimbal to the gods of streaming tonight. Again, sorry for the misfire on the beginning. Paul James says Strange can have indoor church service, but I can't be out in a wide open field playing golf. That is yeah, I mean, no disrespect to people who are religious, but I'm pretty sure that can all be done virtually from at home. I really think the government should be embracing responsible outdoor activities, not denying them. Jeanette Morales, $10 for fight night, snackies, and drinks. Thank you, Jeanette Morales, for the $10. So my last live stream, I walked south this way. Down Yonge Street on Wednesday morning. So we are just north of Davisville Station on Yonge Street. As for what my filming plans are in the coming weeks, I don't really know. We're going to see how things play out. I might be lurking more around Midtown, which is kind of what I'm doing tonight. And I do have some new gear that'll let me do some bicycle streams. So hopefully that comes in. It's currently being shipped by Pitney Bowes. It's coming in from Chicago. So when that arrives, I'll do a test bicycle stream on Johnny Stumbles, my other channel, and then if all goes to plan, we might see some regular cycling action. Bevy YHZ, $5 to go towards bail money if you get caught outside. That or snacks for MMA. Thank you, Bevy YHZ. And I saw that you are narrowing in on 1,000 subscribers on your channel. Congrats in advance for that, or belated if you already hit it. And I saw you just got a DJI Pocket 2. Start cycling on sidewalks to protest your lockdowns. I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. But I guess that's kind of the theme of everything we're doing. So this is Woodlawn Avenue. And that's a look in towards the Moore Park neighborhood. The Walking Man dude says if Bevy hits 1,000 subscribers, I'll start spinning like crazy. Is that a joke, Walking Man dude? Because I'm pretty sure you spin like crazy no matter what anyways. Brandon says on Monday we may see the UBI come out. People may remember it was tested a few years ago. Yes, maybe universal basic income with this rise of automation combined with this shitty pandemic might come back into the forefront. It seems to work everywhere they try it. Double Nate digging the live stream chat rules. Well, I'm glad you like the rules. So we're gonna head over to Avenue from St. Clair. So the first part of this walk will be relatively full of retail. Justin Ha is getting his first shot tomorrow. Congrats, Justin. Marg H getting the AZ shot tomorrow. Congrats, Marg H. Walking Man dude getting a gimbal tomorrow. We know where his priorities ought to be. What's your thoughts on Team Canada's new Olympic uniforms? You know, they're uniforms, so I don't really care. I think the jean jacket is kind of tacky. I don't really think it's a good look, but at the same time, it's just some fabric on someone, so I don't really care one way or the other. I think maybe a spiffier jean jacket might have been better. Not something that looks like a kindergarten child threw up on it, but what do I know? Raining Johnny strides in Toronto. Yeah, maybe I should get my umbrella out. My gimbal is starting to get covered in water. Acid water. That'll burn it. Hello, Herman Huang. Life is good. We got the LG vibes. Oh, Toronto Fire pulling in. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to get to see much in the way of cherry blossoms this year. Do I still listen to rock music? I do. Greetings, funny dog. You'll be pleased to know I'm making my way home to have some hooch. Maurice Drummel, $20. Following others towards your bail fund. Thank you, Maurice. Bail. That implies I'm gonna get arrested. I'm not planning on getting arrested. I certainly won't turn the camera off. But hope I don't need the bail money, but thank you for the $20, Maurice. I think people will be disappointed if I don't get a ticket at this rate. If you get ticketed by Dougie, I'll pay for it. Well, I don't think you have to worry about that. I don't think Ford would have the common sense to even show his stupid face in public, let alone come personally issue me a ticket. Justin saw my video on Jane and Finch. Yeah, I'm glad I got that one in, because technically we're not supposed to stray too far from home tomorrow, and that was one of the neighborhoods. I have some ones in Scarborough, and there's an area in Rexdale, some walks that I kind of planned on doing. And I don't know if it'll be a good look to venture that far out. So I'm glad I got to walk around Jane and Finch and show that it's really not all that bad. Kind of like the walk I did around Moss Park. These are the areas that I think objectively have the worst reputations in the city. And I think it kind of speaks volumes for how good the city of Toronto is when those are the quote-unquote problem areas. So this is Yonge and St. Clair. I have no idea why I just started walking down Pleasant Boulevard like that. Maroof says, Johnny, just say you live in the area. Apparently they'll be checking ID. Although I do live in a single household by myself, and we are allowed to meet people from one other household, so I'm on my way to meet another single person who lives alone. I'm sure there'll be plenty of loopholes, and that's why the cops probably won't be enforcing a whole lot. Robert loves to get you mean Yogan Fruz? Oh man, this used to be a bar. And it is gone. Short-term lease, fully equipped restaurant. And there is Holy Chuck. Do you need a fancy camera to live stream? No, you just need a smartphone and a half-decent data plan. Okay, so I'll walk north a block here because it's kind of interesting. Then I'll turn around and we'll head down to St. Clair, and I'll walk over to Avenue Road. The title of my video reminds you of an anime. So this is St. Clair Avenue East. Johnny, did you stock up on IPA? I'm still going to be allowed to order beer, am I not? I'll make some orders into Junction Craft Brewery. I do have a fairly stocked fridge right now. G Corb, you have an 8 p.m. curfew in Montreal. Since January. Yeah, I think we just joined you in the stupidest restrictions in Canada list. I don't know who's worse, you or us, but We are we're definitely partners in crime on that stupid list. Justin Haas says to check out the Vaccine Hunters. And on that note, G-Corb has some neat videos exploring Montreal. I recommend checking that out. Funny Dog says I can always dial a bottle. That is true. And that Audi is definitely not going the speed limit. So I'm just gonna go north up to these next lights, and then we'll head down the other side of the street to St. Clair. Hello, Ali BGH. So we are in Midtown, walking around in the rain. Do I drive? Yes, I have driving videos on this channel, including some live streams. Laura, you are welcome. All the way in Pittsburgh. Hello, Anna Gilmore. So tomorrow morning's video, if you're wondering, is just going to be a walk along Dundas Street East, starting at the Don River. And I walked through Riverdale. Ooh, look what's going in here. 34, 39, and 59 stories. I walked through Riverdale and then Leslieville. You know, let this car turn over to Coxwell Avenue. Steven says, let's protest. Yeah, but you don't want to be the person who gets pinned for organizing that. But I will probably lurk around some protests and do some recording. Hello, Deborah. Okay, so we're at Heath Street. We're gonna turn around and go down to St. Clair. Kathy, there's protests tomorrow at 12 p.m. at Queen's Park, 12 p.m. Perhaps I will make a video that passes through there. It'll be interesting to see how that plays out. Justin, I rode that bus, the last video I made through the bridle path. So there's Dollarama. They're closed, but they're not allowed to sell non-essential goods now. I have yet to go into a Dollarama since the new restrictions came in place. And all of these little stores that have been getting pummeled aren't even going to be allowed to have curbside pickup. So that'll be kind of sad to watch even more businesses get clubbed over the back of the head. Hello, Rose from the Dominican Republic. So I've turned around, we're now going south. This building here has kind of a funky design to it. One Delisle. Marty Wasaga. That is not a good situation if your beaches are getting invaded. Don't get me wrong, guys, I'm very much in favor of not watching people die. But I just think there's a far better way to go about it than draconian rights trampling restrictions that aren't grounded in science and don't actually do anything. So we are heading south to St. Clair. Abdo says my streams will soon have 1,000 concurrent viewers. We were at that back in December pretty consistently. All right, Susan asking where I'm taking us. What time is it? It's 7:53. We're gonna go over to Avenue Road, and then we'll see if I go north up to Eglinton or south down to Bloor, or maybe just DuPont. How tall am I? I am 5'11". Have I heard of Supreme, says Justin. Yes, I have heard of Supreme. And pour one out for Scallywags, one of the early victims of the restrictions. Huge, huge outdoor patio on the roof. There's Union Social Eatery. I have ordered from them a few times. I've also ordered from the one on Laird Drive. Craig, indeed. Thank you for your condolences. I need my New Balance duck shoes, says Funny Dog. So we are now traveling west on the north side of St. Clair Avenue West. How many steps today? Oh, about 15,000. I went down to Dundas and did a Dundas Street East walk. Ali BHG bets Ford is the most hated person in Canada. Believe it or not, there's a lot of people in this province that still support him. And believe it or not, if you do support them, you're more than welcome to be a part of this community. We can always agree to disagree. That mural is by Flem. Lisa D. I'm going to have to Google that. Thanks for the factoid. Here is a hand back as a mural. Alright guys, yeah, I think we've done my venting and ranting. Let's not attack or fight one another. If you have polarizing views, that's cool. Just agree to disagree, and we can hopefully just hang out. And I'm sure at some point I'll rant again. Marty Wasaga beating me with 19,000 steps. Marty, you win first prize. I don't know what that is. Susan says, so Sunday drunk rant. We might be doing some more drunk rants than usual on the other channel. Marty says pizza. Yeah, Jenny K, I'm sorry, but this the theme of this one was bound to happen. There was no getting around that, so I have no problems if you want to tune out to this video or any videos that take on that theme. I don't watch things that I don't want to watch. But yeah, I addressed that at the start of this video just because there's no getting around that. Marty says great doorway on that apartment. Here's a cannabis retailer. He bought a Rolex in Singapore. It's like buying a car for your wrist. Brett B, $3. Enjoy a hot drink, crappy weather. Thank you, Brett B. Oh, Lisa D, I didn't enable slow chat. Oh, thank you so much for pointing that out. Yeah, because my first chat, or my first stream, the streaming software I use did not initiate properly, and it was stuck in the wide angle lens, which I don't like for streaming. I don't think Bevy's a fan of it either. It's good once in a while. So let me see if I can put slow chat on. So when I fired up the stream, it did not have all my custom settings on it. So thank you, Lisa D. Enable slow mode, yes. Let's go 30 seconds. I am very arbitrary with this stuff, guys. People think there's a rhyme or reason to what I do, but no, there isn't. Save, okay. Make sure no cars were waiting for me. Good. And if you want to live here, viewit.ca/B9129. You're welcome. Action VJ. HNKUL, as if we're able to just freeze ourselves at home for 2 weeks. I'd sign up for that. Some type of cryogenic freezing where y'all just snap out of it. Thank you again, Lisa D. Yeah, slow chat just means that people can't start sending messages more than every 30 seconds, because when you have 700 and something people, it gets impossible for not just me, but for anyone to follow along. Here's where Glenn Gould lived. Justin Ha asking, what's my opinion on pineapples on pizza? I like them. That's a very Canadian thing. And there's the famous statue of the guy holding the condo. It's kind of controversial. Oh, it looks like I got some rain on the wide angle. Lisa says pineapple and pepperoni is the best. That's a bold choice, going pepperoni over ham. Rebecca, yeah, it's raining kind of light. I'm not actually that worried about my gimbal. I'd rather get everything wet than have to hold an umbrella in my left hand. Although it looks like my main camera lens here might be a bit clouded too. Hopefully that fixed it. This is live. $77 dress. I don't know. If you try to put anchovies on my pizza, you will lose me. You're welcome, Michael. Johnny, are we the live studio audience? You are indeed, Jenny K. Garlic fingers and Dadair sauce for the win. Funny dog eats anything on a pizza. Alright, so I've made an executive decision. I'm going to go north on Avenue here. And this will take us up to Oriole and then up to Eglinton. Then over to Yonge and Eglinton. Then I can get my butt inside and watch some MMA. I don't really have a favorite beer. If you watch my other channel, you see I drink kind of random stuff. Anchovies are like eating eyebrows. Here's the Korean consulate on the right. Johnny, did you buy any Doge? No, I don't own any Doge. I think it's kind of funny that this meme coin is just completely blown up and made millionaires out of people that bought it as a joke. Although one coin I do have is kind of going bananas right now, and that is Neo. Deborah Ball, $4.99 to support Toronto businesses. Yes, thank you, Deborah Ball. Regardless as to your own beliefs as to what's happening, I think we can all agree we need to support our local businesses. Arcady says, how age are you? How old am I? I am 40. Can't you tell by all the wrinkles and gray hair? And this nasty overgrown bowl cut that self. Steve Mike, the guy with 2 first names with $1. Thank you, Steve Mike. Ooh, we got a Twilight. We got a Twilight. How's that for good English? So that is Upper Canada College off in the distance. We are now walking north up the east side of Avenue. Joseph asks, I don't know, Joseph. I'm planning on still recording. I'm also planning on doing cycling live streams. Samantha, welcome to the chat. We are... That's all good. This guy looked at me and I nodded at him to go ahead and drive. No need to call him any bad words. Lisa's hair is way too long. Deborah says Costco is packed. Ace, $10. Keep up the greatness. Thank you, Ace. Anna says, I'm gonna have to cut my hair again. I should stream that. Maybe I should. But thank you again for the $10, Ace, and thank you to everyone else for their support. Samantha, yeah, I'm actually not that far from home. I'm trying to be home for 9 p.m. for the start of Bellator, which if you live in Canada, it is free on YouTube. They do not have a deal yet with a Canadian broadcaster, even though it's on Showtime in the US. And there should be a Canadian fighting soon, actually, Julia Budd. And funny story about Julia Budd, I saw her fight Muay Thai in Phuket, I think in like 2007 or 2008. I actually have a video of her fighting Muay Thai in one of the 2 stadiums in Phuket. It was later when I was watching Bellator and she was in a title fight. I was like, she looks familiar. Then I Googled her and I matched her with the pictures from when I was in Thailand. Eric Lacerda with the super sticker. Thank you, Eric. I'm not sure what currency that is in, but thank you very much, Eric. And Rose Fernandez, DOP 500. Rose Fernandez. Again, I don't know what that currency is, but thank you. Rose Silver CS to support a local business, even if it's the LCBO. Enjoy the rest of your night. Thank you, Silver CS. You guys are amazing with your support tonight. Thank you, Silver CS. I'm not a huge fan of the LCBO because they take an unnecessary cut and don't evenly promote a lot of Canadian suppliers. In fact, they even unfairly kind of push international suppliers ahead of Canadian. But when I do go there, I find their employees are always very friendly and very helpful. It's usually a pretty good experience, and I usually stick to buying local and Canadian. So thank you, Silver CS. The beer or the wine I'm drinking, called Open, is a Ontario VQA smooth red, and I usually just buy random Ontario craft beers, occasionally getting some American beer in there as well. There's the Lonsdale. So we're not going to be seeing much in the way of these aren't cherry blossoms. I don't think these are cherry blossoms. We could say they are. Silver CS, my friend who is a sommelier actually has an Instagram account called Skip the LCBO, and he puts all the reasons for that on there. Maybe I can dig that out and link to that on my Instagram if you just want to see the sort of unlevel playing field and why a lot of people aren't too fond of the LCBO, even though, again, as I said in my experience, the actual people they employ tend to be excellent. Use this lockdown as an opportunity to start a Johnny Strides brewery. Yes, we will make drinks in my bathtub. Oh, I'm on the wrong side of the street. I kind of want to get a look at Upper Canada College. I think it might look kind of badass in these conditions. There might be something kind of ominous to it. Johnny the Beer Baron. Is there a cross the street button? I'm guessing this is it. Alright, so what's silly is if I'm down the street from here, it's not jaywalking. But if I'm at the marked crossing, it is jaywalking. So let's be a good boy and wait for the light. Funny Dog, $5 towards make your own hooch kit. Thank you, Funny Dog. Thank you, Funny Dog. At this point, we all need some hooch. At this point, I need to cross the damn street. Really, the light just cycled through and I did not get a light. Okay. I'm taking matters into my own hands. There was an entire light cycle there. I pressed the button and it didn't go our favor. So we're gonna try to get a neat view of UCC. You know what? I could probably just walk north through the campus. It's got kind of a eerie, haunty vibe to it. This looks like a good cycling spot. Lisa, you can cycle north to south right through the UCC as long as they don't block it off on the north end. And you've got Forest Hill just over here with lots of fabulous nice streets to ride through, and on the other side you have Deer Park. I don't want to be that guy walking up the middle of the street, but look at this view. All right, Super Mario Transit fan, let me see if I can snag a picture. Danny Ho, thank you, in Montreal. Yes, I am constantly looking over my shoulder to make sure there is nobody behind me. Ooh, I think I can get closer than this. Susan, I am not familiar with the Peanut in Willowdale. Ooh, people playing in a field. That is banned as of 12:01 a.m. Man running around a track. What do they teach here? This is a private school. This is an all-boys private school. The female equivalent is north up the same street called Havergal. Both schools have a pretty notable cast of alumni, I think. What do you mean you can't launch my camera? I was hoping for some clouds and stuff in the background of this shot. Yeah, this might not be the great shot I was hoping for. Kohana, have a good night. Let's take a look at the field. Samantha says both schools sound expensive. They are extremely expensive. And if you're American, you might be going, what are the goalposts doing at the front of the end zones? That is Canadian style. This field is also 110 yards. In the center, there'll be two 50-yard lines and a C in between them. I'm going to take a picture of the fancy rich school from this angle. Oh, there's a guy jogging. Let's get him in the shot. Sorry, buddy. You might end up on my Insta. Yeah, I didn't know you could enter this campus freely either until I did a cycling video last year where I started on Allen Road, north of the 401, and I just came straight down all the way to the lake. And when I got here, I figured I would have to take a detour. And I was kind of surprised I could just cut right through the campus. Oh, what did that say in there? Never walk alone. Funny dog, thank you for the hooch donations. Have a good night, funny dog. Hey man, if some security guard came out and asked me to leave, I would gladly comply. But they literally left the front door wide open. Looks like they're postponing the CFL season. I hope they eventually get around to doing that. Last year they were the only professional league that didn't give it a go. Understandably, it doesn't exactly have a ton of funding behind it. What's with the purple in that window? It looks like someone's got... I don't really want to creep inside. I think these are residences. But it looks like someone's got some LED lights. Growing weed, says Anjovian. So in terms of live streams next week, I'm thinking we might do one through the Hogs Hollow neighborhood. It's a really cool neighborhood. I might go back to Lawrence Park as well. There's a look to the east. It is 8:19. You got 40 minutes to get your butt home. Johnny Creeps, Weed Growers. Boardwalk Brad, this is Upper Canada College. A very fancy school, although this would be the ass end of it. JP Atherton, 549 super chat from JP Atherton. Thank you. Try riding a bike up that hill on Yonge at York Mills. Samantha, I have done that on the single speed twice on this channel. And yes, I wanted to kill myself right after. I was trying to think of the right way to say that without offending anyone. And I just said screw it. But it is that is one of the worst hill climbs in the city of Toronto, especially if you don't have gears like me. Jeanette Morales, have a good night. Thank you, Jeanette. I'm going to cross over to the other side of the street when we get the chance. There's some nice homes over there. First Utopia, $5. Keep safe, Johnny, and keep up the hard work. Thank you, First Utopia. Why did I remove the video and re-upload it, Aaron? The first live stream failed. This software is not my friend. So we started it up again. So let's head over to Oriole here, which is the main road that circumvents Avenue. Although, before we do that, let's take one block north. Can I go north up here and then cut out on Oriole? Let me just pull up my Google Maps. You'd think I would know this better, but my little peanut brain. Yes, we can. We can turn right at the next street, and that'll take us to Oriole. These are some fancy homes. Bevy, why is your upload not working out? So my video tomorrow, as I mentioned, will be Dundas Street East. I don't know when my next live stream will be. I do know Sunday night on the Stumbles channel, I'll live stream. I've also got a bus ride video that I recorded after Jane and Finch. So if I get lazy, I'll put that one on the Strides channel when I run out of content, and if I'm not lazy, I'll put that on the Stumbles channel. It's kind of a video that I could put on either one. Bebby says you don't know it freezes. You can try closing out the, just close your browser, go back in and resume the upload. If not, you might have to re-render the file. That shouldn't be a big deal if you're using a SVRT mode. That'll take all of 2 minutes. Not a sub $2 million house in sight. No, not in this neighborhood. This is a pretty exclusive neighborhood. I don't know if this is actually Forest Hill or not. But if it's not, you are right smack dab next to Forest Hill. And if I'm not mistaken, just to the north of me here is the K. Gardner Beltline Trail. Arati, 549 pounds. Thank you, Arati, for the 549. Just remember, they say there's a housing bubble, and then there's others who say there isn't a housing bubble. I did watch a graph how Canada over the last 20 years has become, or the cost of housing has increased here more than any other country in the world by a very significant amount. Okay, so we are now going to Oriole, and this will take us up to Eglinton. First, we should be swooping by the entrance to the Beltline Trail. So the final destination will be right around the Yonge and Eglinton neighborhood. There's the Beltline Trail, and my camera is making it look a lot lighter than it actually is. Heather can hear my feet on the sidewalk. Let's go over to the other side of the street. I get a lot of comments telling me to stop jaywalking, and this is not jaywalking. It's perfectly legal to cross the street in Toronto away from an intersection or marked crossing, providing you yield it to traffic and don't interrupt it. Here's a nice home. That car had a rank smelling exhaust. I don't think I've ever streamed up this this part of Oriole before. That is Chaplin Crescent. So that street we'll kind of head southeast down to Davisville Station. Samantha says, can I please stream from Niagara one day? Well, my mom lives in Niagara, so once I'm allowed, I'll go pay a visit. And my brother lives around the corner from there, so I can actually see some of my family. And I'll bring my gear and make some videos and stream. That's what I did over the holidays. Good night, Jennifer. Lisa, that would be a neat idea since I have a car. I've been wanting to do a Niagara on the Lake, but it wouldn't be a problem to work in a St. Catharines stream. Barangi Soma Live Art, $27.99. Thank you, Barangi Soma Live Art. Thank you for that. And if you do have a YouTube channel, I will check it out. So we're heading straight towards Eglinton, although in my mind, it wasn't this far to get there. I don't know why I thought that. St. Catharines is the home of Alexis on Fire. RC, yes, the bluffs will be coming. Yeah, I don't want to go through Oriole Park because I've already streamed through there. And I'll probably be back at some point. That's a nice looking home. So we're covering some new ground. I wish I was doing this in better light. Although we have kind of that cool purple glow of the sky off in the distance. I don't even think I've ridden my bike in a video along this stretch of Oriole. I've always gone down Avenue, which is just to the west of here. What time do we got? 8:30. I think I'll be on time. All right, Bevy, good luck. I'm on your family's 55-inch screen. It's plenty bright for you. Uh-oh, I think I got some water on the lens. Let me give it a wipe. It's bound to happen when you're walking around in the rain. But the wide angle does not do so well in the low light, and the facing camera as well, it doesn't do so well. But this rear lens is pretty damn good in low light. So we continue our march up to Eglinton. I'm getting a wee bit damp, yeah. All right, Silver CS, thank you for your support. Have a good night. This is Hillsdale Avenue. There's the towers at Yonge and Eglinton, so we are getting very near Eglinton now. These are some quaint little homes. I apologize, this route wasn't the best planned, at least for this time of day. Like I said, I was not going to stream tonight. I went home, I was kind of tired after recording my video earlier, and I figured I would go out tomorrow and stream. And then all that shit hit the fan, and that kind of motivated me to run out and make a video. Pot is legal, haircuts are not. Speaking of haircuts, I'm almost through the Serpent on Netflix, where they refer to the traveling hipsters as long hairs. That house looks almost clinical. Anderson Avenue. Look at this thing. Just chilling on the corner. Oh, Samantha, I cut my own hair last time, and trust me, plenty of people knew. I could not hear the end of how bad it was. Sweet Frost Gaming, can you do a video tomorrow in the Jane and Finch area? $5. Sweet Frost Gaming, I did a video in Jane and Finch yesterday. Did you mean a live stream? I am planning to go back and do a Driftwood video at some point. But I was just there yesterday. Can you walk along Victoria Park? Yeah, eventually. I've done a few videos where I've walked along Victoria Park. When do we see the Strides Mansion, Jennifer? I have a tour of the Strides Mansion on my other channel. If you go to Johnny Stumbles and just look for the apartment tour, I think I have it on the main page. You can see my 480 square feet of glory. And what's funny, Bevy pointed out, there's somebody else on YouTube who did a apartment tour from the same building. And it's interesting to see how my unit is so different from hers. You could call mine male functional. I only say male because I have yet to get a comment from a female who said it is anything at all like how they would do it. I don't mean to offend anyone, but I'm definitely a comfort and function over style and design. And this place is classic, the Burger Shack. A lot of people talk about why is the Apache Burger in Etobicoke? But this is sort of the Midtown Toronto equivalent to Apache Burger. With one exception, they actually have some burgers with fresh patties. You can also get the frozen ones. So big recommendations on that. Samantha says, let's go. Comments. Someone, they do, G-Corp. Someone commented that, because I have a reclining chair, that every time they tell a girl they live with they want to get a reclining chair, she responds as if he wants to put a bag of garbage in his living room. So I kind of have a similar experience. if you gave me a gift card that was generous to the Lazy Boy store, I would be quite thrilled. But I know many females that wouldn't be so happy with that particular store. So we are on Eglinton Avenue West. Susan, you are in my good books. And we are walking east along the south side, heading towards Yonge and Eglinton. It's 8:38, so I'm on pace to be home for 9 p.m. Samantha loves IKEA. Yeah, I'm an IKEA fan. When you see my apartment, you'll notice a fair bit of IKEA stuff. When I see some of these furniture stores in the city, I kind of wince at how expensive things are. Like $4,000 for a condo-sized sofa. Like, should I buy some stock in Tesla or buy the sofa that's not any more comfortable than a $500 one from IKEA? Yep, there's going to be an IKEA at College Park pretty soon, a urban format IKEA. What's happening to the sidewalk here? I think I better cross to the other side of the street. The sidewalk is kind of suddenly coming to an end. Just gonna let this traffic go by. Tyrone says invest in shoes. I am kind of surprised at how well these Under Armours I'm wearing have held up. They've been tanks and they're super comfortable. No offense, New Balance. I don't know if I'm live tomorrow. Yeah, PMS, the 4K one was at a store I saw on King Street. Not EQ3. EQ3 is kind of like a higher end IKEA, at least in the price tag department. But there's a lot of boutique kind of furniture stores, and I saw what I thought was a relatively decent looking couch. And it was condo sized, which is good because I have a bachelor. And I sat on it and it passed the comfort test. And then I looked at the price tag and it was like $38.90 something. And a WTF. It's one of those, when you see something you like and you know you want it, it can be over your price range and you're still willing to buy it. But when it just blows your price range out of the water, you start to think you're in crazy town. Create my own Johnny coin. Deborah Ball is an IKEA pro. I think I'm pretty handy at IKEA. Although, if you see my the video, I need to feature this in one of my videos. The apartment tour I did, there's a bookshelf leaning against my wall. And I think I set the world record for most unused parts in a build. I literally had like 7 or 8 pieces and I have no idea what they did. There's the obvious one that anchors it to the wall. I don't bother with that. I don't have small children coming over, but I had a whole bunch of other stuff. First Utopia says Apache is the best. I put Burger Shack right up there with Apache. Midnight Express. I think you can still order takeout. I think it would be rather discriminatory to not allow you to go to a place that sells food and pick it up. No, you must use an expensive delivery service. So we're gonna head to Yonge and Eglinton, and then we're just gonna walk north for a few blocks, and then we're gonna call it a day. This is Duplex Avenue, and there's a street. So pro tip, if you're riding through Midtown north to south, and you're not fond of Yonge Street because it can be a bit hairy, you can just ride your bike on Duplex. It runs parallel to Yonge from Davisville all the way to north of Lawrence. Is the Mandarin still there? Yes, the Mandarin is still there. It is indeed. I should check out Johnny Burger and ask for a free burger. That could be a Stumbles video. Yeah, 77 drifts. These stomach grumbles are real. There's no lineup at the Metro right now. Good time to get your burgers, or your groceries. No lineup, looks completely empty in there. I've never been to this Johnny Burger.
I was about to say.
This family's kind of walking slow in front of me and taking up the whole sidewalk, so I'm just gonna slow down rather than squeeze past them. So welcome to Yonge and Eglinton, the world's most under construction intersection. Have I been to Burger's Priest? Yes. I'm more of a fan of Rudy, actually, than Burger. Jennifer, my channel is available as long as YouTube is available. I'm not sure what exactly my streaming and video plans will be, but I might do some more early morning stuff where I can just get out and pretty much be the only one out here and record and stream that way. I am. Oh, hello. That's why. Do you mind being on the camera or no?
Sorry?
Do you mind being?
Yeah, I don't mind. Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Hi guys.
Hi, we're live streaming right now.
Yeah. Oh, is it live?
Yeah.
Right. In fact, I keep on your channel, and it's really amazing. You know?
Oh well, thank you. And you live in the area with your family? You live in the area?
Yes, I stay in the same tower.
Oh wow. Well, you're my neighbor too then.
Yeah.
All right.
Good to see you.
You too.
Yeah.
Stay safe, and I'll see you around.
Yep.
All right. Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
So he was looking back at me, and I thought, you know what? They're just a family walking down the street. I'm going to give them their space. So I stopped because I didn't want to go past them or get too close to them. But he might have been waiting for me to catch up to him, to say hi. But I was holding back from him just to, like, you know, give them some space and not put myself in that position to squeeze past them, because we're not in that much of a hurry. And it turns out he's a super nice guy and just wanted to say hi. And he's my neighbor. There's the Duke of Kent. This place is above average for for pub food, in my opinion. They have a really good fish and chips. And during the good old days of a few weeks of patio eating when that was allowed, I went there. There's Shoppers Drug Mart and Pie. Do I live near the CN Tower, says Peter? Well, considering the CN Tower is way down there. No, I don't. Susan says rentals near me aren't bad. Yeah, the rental market now is actually, it's going up, but it's still pretty good. And Yonge and Eglinton has a ton of rental stock, as does Yonge and Davisville. So if you don't mind having your laundry in the basement, this is a pretty, and also if you don't mind all the construction, I would say this is a pretty prime area to live. Adriana just became a member or subscriber. I didn't see that. I just saw your name flash. Dylan Reynolds, I'm pretty sure there will be more walking videos. Don't spread rumors like that. Maybe I'll change the title of this video too. I don't know. I'm gonna go behind this car. I know how hard it can be when you're in an area like this where your view is obstructed and there's all kinds of construction. It can be tough to pull out. So here's probably my third most common spot to start and end a stream, next to Dundas Square and Riverdale Park. The old Postal Station K. Doug Flutie, a fan favorite in Toronto. He was. He certainly was. And while he was playing for the Buffalo Bills, I think people were really pulling for him. But, guys, we have 800 and some. And I'm about to off. So, thank you very much. Thank you to our mods, Action VJ and Bevy. Bevy, YHZ or Z, depending on your country. I don't think you can force an American to say Z Bevy, no matter how much you'd like. Thank you to our mods. Thank you to Lisa D for pointing out that I didn't have slow chat enabled. And thank you to everyone for participating. Sorry for the slightly political topic at the start, but we got that out of my system. I am a person too. There's a reason why I'm not a professional media personality. I would probably get fired for running my mouth within about 5 seconds of whatever job I got. So I'll go home and yell at myself. But on a serious note, thank you everyone. Don't know when I'll next be out and live streaming. I really don't know, but hopefully sooner than later. Stay safe. And thanks again, guys.